Hey guys, this is EJ Holland with the Wolverine.com, and we're back with another Recruit of the Week segment. And this week's Michigan Recruit of the Week is on 300 Kankakee, Illinois High cornerback Jyaire Hill. Jyaire Hill is one of my favorite overall recruits this cycle. I fell in love with his game the first time I ever saw him. So Michigan actually extended an offer to him last fall. I spoke to a source close to the program, and he told me, hey, you're not too far away from Jyaire Hill. Make the quick drive down to Kankakee and go watch him play. And so I actually made the drive down there, and man, he was so awesome to watch. He is one of the most fun players to see live just because of his versatility. He's a guy at Kankakee, plays quarterback, he plays running back, he plays wide receiver, he plays true corner, he plays safety, he plays the nickel. I mean, this is a guy that you can put anywhere. He's about 6'2", 170 pounds, and he can fly. He runs in the 10.7s in the 100 meter. Great track kid that helped Kankakee make it to the Illinois State track meet. Really springy kid too, and just electric with the ball in his hands. When I saw him play in that in the first game, I actually ended up seeing him twice. He was so good. We had to do it 2 times, but the first time I saw him play, I mean, he took a punt return back for a touchdown. He had a wildcat score for a touchdown. In the second game I saw him play, he scored out of the running back position. So he's arguably the biggest offensive weapon, or the best offensive weapon in the state of Illinois. And then as a defensive back, he's super impressive. He's tall, he's long, he has the speed, so he checks every box you want as a DB. And he's a playmaker. He has great natural instincts. He's a guy that can polish up some technique, but with coaching from a dude like Steve Klingscale, who's known for developing corners, I think the ceiling is so high for Jyaire Hill. A guy like Klink can definitely help him reach that. Michigan traditionally recruits taller, longer corners, and obviously that's what Hill is. But one of Michigan's main goals this cycle was to get faster at the position. And like I said, Hill isn't just your traditional tall, long corner. He's a guy with true speed, true track speed. And that's why Hill is at the very top of the board, along with Chris Peel, who also runs in the 10.7s in the 100 meter. So no coincidence there. Those are the top 2 guys. So where does Hill's recruitment stand? That's been the big question. So originally, it looked like Michigan had an edge early on. They hosted him for multiple visits in the offseason. But when Jim Harbaugh started to kind of flirt with the NFL, and Ron Bellamy switched from coaching safeties to wide receivers, Bellamy was his original recruiter, I think things kind of not soured, but maybe cooled down a little bit. It allowed Illinois to really make a move in his recruitment. Illinois, right down the road, they've made him their top overall priority. The staff is in contact with him all the time. They just hosted him for a game day visit. So I think Illinois has become the biggest threat to Michigan. And, you know, it's interesting because Jyaire holds some big offers. I mean, he has offers from Oregon. He has offers from Penn State, Oklahoma, Auburn, Washington, Wisconsin. So it's not like, you know, this is a kid that's not being recruited heavily. Illinois is just that hometown school, and they've made him such a priority that it's really resonating with him. Now, I do think Michigan can still win this recruitment. I think Harbaugh has made it clear that he wants to be at Michigan, and Bellamy's still been involved in his recruitment, but I think Steve Klingscale has really stepped up in this recruitment as the lead guy and has made a big impression on him. I know Michigan defensive coordinator Jesse Minter has also sold Hill on being a priority. And at the end of the day, look, Michigan is a far superior program to Illinois, both on the field and off the field as an academic institution. And I think at the end of the day, Hill has also looked at Michigan's NIL pitch, and, you know, Michigan hasn't been in the same ballpark as schools like an Oregon or a Texas A&M, and they're not going to play that game. But Michigan does have a global brand. Their NIL presentation did impress Hill. He had a great time at the barbecue at the Big House in July. As I reported earlier this week, he's set to be back in Ann Arbor for the game against Michigan State. If Michigan can beat rival Michigan State in what should be an electric atmosphere, I do think Michigan can regain the lead and potentially close with Hill, who wants to make a decision at some point this fall. But again, absolutely love Hill. I am extremely excited that he continues to climb up the rankings, ranked as the number 200 prospect nationally, the number 2 overall prospect in the state of Illinois. I think he can go even higher if he has a fantastic senior year. Obviously, he did great on the track, like I mentioned earlier, and he was terrific as a junior. I think if he takes an even bigger step as a senior, I think this is a guy that's going to climb inside the top 150. So again, Hill, an electrifying player that you can throw on the offensive side of the ball, an elite level prospect in the secondary. He is one of Michigan's most important remaining targets. The Wolverines have to find a way to close.